everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Amy, your independent Scentsy consultant with Happily Scented Homes, and I'm back today to do my part one of a two-part series for my Scentsy Club edit. So now that it's January and the Bring Back Your Bar fragrances have been launched and we can now purchase them and throw them in our clubs, I do want to go ahead and add some bars to my club. But also, now that we've had that big clean out on our website where basically all the fall and winter promotions and limited time collections have expired and they're now all back in the vault, I can now make some edits and changes to everything that I've been dumping into this club. Now that those collections have ended and I've had a chance to try them and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead, because I do have two quarterly clubs. So I have one that's basically my ride and die fragrances that are never going to leave. And then I have another one that's another quarterly that's basically my dumping or my insurance policy club. So I'm going to go into this club because there are 3 fragrances that I'm going to be clubbing in this club, because these are ones that I've been waiting for them to come back, so I want them in this club. So as you can see, it's not scheduled to be released, or not released, processed until February 3rd. So I still have some changes, and before February 3rd we're going to know what's coming back for spring and summer, so I can even do some more edits and things like that. So this club, I've got Southern Evening, Midnight Fig, Mandarin Moon, Breakfast in Bed, Stargazing, Black Forest Pine, Inner Peace, Lemon Coconut Chiffon, Caramel Buttercream. This one is actually a placeholder for my mom because she did like this one, but she forgot to club it. So I have it in my club, and it's one of the ones that we swapped for. Melon Apple Granita, Pima Cotton, Rum Raisin Cookie, Sweet Pea and Vanilla, and Whiteout. So I'm going to go ahead and add more items. And then we're going to go right to promotions. Okay. And I am going to go ahead and add Frosted Ginger Cookie. And I'm also going to be adding, where is it? Everything Nice, if I can find it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. And the last one that I'll be adding is from the Mardi Gras collection, and that is Midnight Masquerade. Okay, so we're going to hit review. Okay, so I've added these 3. So we're going to go down here and hit update. Okay, so this was short and sweet to the point. But now I'm going to go ahead and get into my other club, and I will show you guys what I'm going to be doing there. This is my other quarterly club, and this is basically the dumping zone that I've been doing for the past 6 months. I have not received a shipment from this club since last January, because I have been taking advantage of the hack that you can do by moving the frequencies back and forth to kind of push out your processing date without using your skip. And then I've also used a skip for the calendar year, so that's why I was able to not get a shipment for the past year. But I need to make some edits, because when I do want this to ship in, because I am gonna get this shipment, but it's not going to be in February. I am going to do the hack one more time and move it to April once I know what's coming back for spring and summer and what I want to club for the winter catalog and all of that. So that will be in the part 2 video that I'll do towards the end of January, possibly like that first day in February, whenever we get the information for the spring and summer catalog. But for now, I do want to make some edits, because there's no way I'm letting this $700 club process. Like, that's just insane. So, alright. So, these, like, first 6, I really can't do anything about, because they're spring and summer scents. So, we don't know if these are coming back. So, I won't be making any decisions on these ones. And Ruby Nectarine, I really, really don't think that one's coming back, you guys, for spring and summer, because the Scent Circle is now in clearance, and it's been in clearance for about a month. And sometimes they will do that. If something's not returning the following season, they will go ahead and put like the products in there. Um, so that's kind of worrying me a little bit, but I have it in my club in case it doesn't come back. Be Fabulous, that's retired. They did not bring that back last spring and summer, so I doubt it's going to come back again. Lush Gardenia, that's another spring and summer scent that's retired. Maple Rum Cake. I actually just warmed this and it earned its spot to stay in my club, so we're not going to be doing anything with that one. Or Warm Pumpkin Drizzle or Fairy Tale Pumpkin. Now, Cranberry Muffin and Crumb Top, these are placeholders for my mom. She lost her bakery, like cafe club that she had. So she lost a whole bunch of scents. So I have these two in here just for her. And then Perk Me Up, one is for her and one is for me. Same thing with Sweet Orange and Evergreen, one's for her, one's for me. Pineapple Rose is staying, Blue Coconut Beach is staying, Aloha Orchid staying, Cucumber and Cactus Water is staying, Churro Churro, that is for my mom, that's staying. Happy Birthday. Alright guys, this is the first cut. I just warmed Happy Birthday. I pulled it from my January melting basket and I did warm it today. And unfortunately, the formula is not as strong as it used to be like 10 plus years ago when I remember having Happy Birthday. Like, it's not as strong of a bakery that I remember, and I am getting that marble chocolate note that I did not get before, and really I just miss that funfetti rich decadent scent that it used to be, and it was like a medium performer at best. And I have so many bakery bars in my clubs and in my stash that are medium performers that I really don't need to hold on to this. Cutie Pie Cupcake comes back all the time, and if I really, really want like a birthday, you know, cake kind of feeling, I can always get vanilla bean buttercream. Like, that's always going to be on stock. So I am going to go ahead and cut Happy Birthday. And also another thing too is like Happy Birthday, before they put that 5-year criteria on the Bring Back Your Bar voting, Happy Birthday was always voted back all the time. So I really don't feel like that's a fragrance that people are not going to vote back in the future. So if need be, if it gets voted back, I can always get another bar of it. But like I said, I would prefer just warming vanilla bean buttercream. Hemingway, we're not touching that. Ocean Air Coconut Water, Painted Leaves, Pineapple Dragon Fruit, those are not going anywhere for right now. Daydream Oasis, Sparkling Yellow, Mountain Sunset, Coast, all those are spring and summer, so I can't do anything with those. Cinderella, even though it's not retired because there's no purple bar here, and the purple bar shows you that it's discontinued, so if you remove this from your club, there's no way for you to get it back unless it becomes available again in a catalog or a limited time offer or what have you. I do like this one, so I'm just going to leave it in my club for now. Pink Leather, I love pink leather, so that's staying. Pacific Mist, I did not like it. It just was not a great performer. It was super light. Even in my bathrooms, it wasn't really strong. And I've got other scents like Ocean Air Coconut Water and Blue Coconut Beach. And I even have a couple bars of like Sand Swept and Pacific Dream. So I really don't need to hold on to this one. So we are going to go ahead and remove it. Same thing with Tahitian Twilight. I thought I was going to like it because it had pineapple and like driftwood, and I think it even had plumeria, I'm not sure. But again, it was just a scent that was too light and didn't perform the greatest. And maybe if they had it in a room spray, I would purchase it in a room spray to enjoy the fragrance. But holding a place card in my club, I wouldn't waste $6 on this fragrance. Then that's just my opinion because it just wasn't the greatest performer. So we are going to go ahead and remove that. Blue Agave Melon, that's a spring and summer scent. Okay, so now we're into the collections that just expired. So here we've got the Harvest Collection and the Scent of the Month for September. So for the Harvest Collection, I do love Cashmere Leaves, and I'm going to keep the quantity at 2 because I do want a stock of it so that I have a few bars to warm once it's September again. Fall into Love, I did not care for that one, so we're just going to remove that right off. And Forever Fall, I didn't care for that one either. White Pumpkin and Driftwood, I loved the scent. I just could not get the wax to perform in my house. And again, this is a fragrance that I wish it was available in room spray, because I would just buy it in a room spray and enjoy it that way instead of purchasing it in wax. Now, my only thing about White Pumpkin and Driftwood is it going to age? Is it going to get stronger as it sets? And I do have one bar in my stash. So I think for now, I'm going to keep it in my club and then wait a couple more months. And before it's spring, like maybe in February, I will warm it again and then see if it's changed at all with performance. But I fear that it's not going to, but I'm just going to leave it alone for now. And Dutch Apple Bread, I do have that warming today. It's doing all right. It's a medium performer, average on throw. It's average on its duration. I do like the stewed apple note in here. It smells just like applesauce, like cooking on the stove, like, you know, homemade applesauce. But like, if I really want an applesauce scent with some spice, I'm going to reach for Jack's Obsession, or I'm going to reach for Cashmere Leaves or Hemingway. So really, I don't need Dutch Apple Bread. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that. In Frosted Cinnamon Roll, see, I wanted to like this one because I do like cinnamon, like icing type of bakeries. Sticky Cinnamon Bun, in my opinion, is so aggressive with the cinnamon, and it lacks the bakery note. Like, there's a little bit of a bakery note in it, but it's not that prominent. Like, it's so aggressively spiced, where Frosted Cinnamon Roll has more of the bakery, still has an aggressive spice, but it's a good balance. But for me, it was an average bakery bar, and it wasn't anything that I would scream for and have to have. And it seems like Scentsy will always be making a cinnamon based type of bakery for the fall season. So with that, I'm not going to be keeping this because I feel like I can duplicate it with other scents, and there's always going to be a cinnamon based bakery. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove it. Okay. Then we've got the Open Plains collection. The only one I'm keeping is Hometown Cowboy. Counting Stars just was so wrong. The strawberry in that bar did not blend well. I didn't like it. Under the Oak Tree, it wasn't bad. It reminded me of like leather binding on like old library books, but it just wasn't a great performer. And Wide Open Spaces just smelled like a dirty ashtray. So we are going to go ahead and remove that one. And Hometown Cowboy, it's just sentimental to me because it does remind me of the scent that's on leather jackets, especially my husband and my father-in-law's motorcycle jackets. So that's why I'm going to keep that one for now. It's probably not going to be like a long time Scentsy Club fragrance, but I will keep it for the short while and then make a decision later on in the year. All right, now we've got the holiday collection with Pumpkin Cashmere. Pumpkin Cashmere is still available, and it probably won't go away until the end of January with the month transition. So I'm not going to do anything with it right now. I do like it, so I am going to keep it at my club for the short haul, but I don't think it's going to be something that's going to stay in there for a long time. But for the holiday collection, I did not like Cherry's Jubilee enough to club it. It was just too artificial cherry, and the lemon that's in that bar, it just gives it like this weird like zesty tang that just turns my nose, and I just don't care for it. Rum Plum Plum, it wasn't bad. I do like the buttery crust bakery note that's in here because it is very, very strong and it lasts for a while. I just wish there was more plum and more sweetness to the fragrance, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove it. And Sleigh Ride, again, it was an alright Christmas tree scent. It wasn't bad. There was nothing wrong with it. I just prefer my Black Forest Pine and my Sweet Orange and Evergreen, so I am going to go ahead and remove that one. Now we're down to Vanilla Barnwood. Vanilla Barnwood is staying. That is absolutely staying. It's not going anywhere. Cranberry Candy Cane. I enjoyed it. But this is one like White Pumpkin and Driftwood. I think I just need a little bit more time to make a decision. So I'm not going to do anything with it now. I do still have a full bar in my stash. So I can warm that later on this winter and see if I do, like it enough to club it. All right, Candy Apple. I don't even have to say anything. We are just going to remove it. And that's it. Because I don't even want to spend any more time on that fragrance. It's just, ugh. Barbasol shaving cream that's apple scented. That's all I have to say. Cozy Kitchen is going to stay because I have been enjoying mixing this with Cozy Chai and Black Forest Pine. So I'm going to keep it in here because I do want a few bars. I'm still working on my brick, and I think I do want a few bars to be able to enjoy that mix next year. Frightfully Delightful. This one was really good. It was a good performer. It was one of the few scents that I have with Scentsy that actually I can smell it outside my house when it's warming. But I really don't like the sickly sweet, like confectionery sugar type scents. And Disney's Delightfully Frightful, it's like gimme candy, but it just has peach in it, and it has that sickly sweet confection like base. But I don't care for that, so I am going to go ahead and remove it. But it wasn't a bad bar at all. Disney Seasons of Magic, I'm leaving that because I do want to get a surplus of it. I did not club it last year, and I regretted it. Excuse me. And thankfully it came back, so I did go ahead and put it in my club. Both Dumbo bars are too light for me, and I really didn't care for the new one. It smelt way too much like Beach Daisy by Scentsy, so I don't like it. And the Circus Parade one, even though the scent notes are something that I would gravitate towards because it's got like clementine and mango and vanilla bean, it's just not a great performer. It did okay in my office and I enjoyed it while I was warming it, but it's not something that I could really justify holding a place in my club. So we're going to go ahead and remove it. We're going to remove all 3 bars from the Disney Villains collection because although I enjoyed them, they're not club worthy in my opinion. And if Scentsy stays on the same track, this collection usually comes back every 2 years or so. So it'll come back eventually. Jack's Obsession. Yes, there is a quantity of 6, and yes, I am not going to change it. Judge all you want. I want my Jack's Obsession. I did not club it last year. Got freaked out because I did not see it in the SFR sneak peeks, and I was like, oh shoot, it's not coming back. I didn't club it. I'm an idiot. I didn't take my own advice. And then luckily that 30th anniversary came up and they brought it back, so it went right into my club. Magic in Every Wish. I have not gotten this bar yet, so I'm not going to remove it just yet. Neither with the Willy Wonka collection. I haven't got that yet, so I really can't make a decision yet. And the Small World bar, I have not received that one yet. The Frozen collection, it is still available, but I don't like any of the scents in it. I've warmed them, but they're really not something I gravitate towards. It's not really something that's in my scent wheelhouse. So we're going to go ahead and remove all those. And then the rest of the brick collection, orange spice and everything nice, I'm getting rid of that. It's too fresh orange. There's not enough spice in this bar. I wish there was, but there isn't. And Holly Jolly Cider, it says it's warm apple cider, but I don't get any apple. All I get is the evergreen berries, and it's nice, but not enough to club. So, and Forever Flannel, even though I love laundry scents, I don't like this one enough to put in my club, and I really need to make decisions on the laundry scents that are already in my club. So we are going to go ahead and remove Forever Flannel. Sugar Plum Berry is not going anywhere. That is staying. Frosted white pine is going because I do get a wood cologne note with that and not so much Christmas tree. And caramel praline cake, it does smell like butter pecan, but so does king cake from the Mardi Gras collection. Um, so I haven't really made a decision yet on this one, so we're just going to keep it for now. But Christmas Cottage Reef is going away. The whole Christmas Cottage Scentspirations collection, we're going to go ahead and remove it because that collection to me was so underwhelming. And I think they just chose the wrong fragrance because honestly, I could replicate any of those other scents by taking Christmas Cottage and putting like vanilla mint with it, or taking Christmas Cottage and putting eucalyptus reef, or taking Christmas Cottage and doing like cider milk with it. So to me, it just makes sense just to not hold on to the collection and just do those mixes if I choose to with the other Scentsy fragrances. Okay, Meet Me at the Mistletoe. I don't care for this one, you guys. It was all right. I think people who don't like Christmas tree or pine are going to enjoy this fragrance because it is more of a forest bar versus a Christmas tree. And Mint to Be Merry, even though it is a good average bakery, I feel like I can replicate this scent better with Peppermint Rush and Sugar Cookie. Unfortunately, I don't have any Sugar Cookie on me, so I am gonna have to get one and then do that mix, but I'm just gonna kick it out now. Big Dream Princess. My daughter doesn't like this one. She prefers the bubblegum scent by Scentsy, so we're gonna head and remove it along with the Disney's Magical Celebration bar. I did not like that one either. All these Harry Potter bars can just come right out because I've never liked them. I've given them the good old college try, and they're not club worthy. And this Gryffindor bar can go right in the Scentsy vault and never return. It smells like dog treats. It literally smells like pepperoni dog treats. And why you would want your house to smell like that, I have no idea, but ugh, gross. Fresh Ice, it's alright, but I like Just Breathe better. And same thing with the Star Wars collection. I'm not too worried about this collection because Star Wars comes back multiple times a year, and especially every May it comes back with the May the 4th be with you. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove them. If I get them, I get them. I mean, they're all right, like masculine scents, but nothing I would, club for the long haul. And then Marvel 9 Realms, it's too heavy cologne, so I'm going to get rid of that. And this bar, I prefer Angel over Stitch, so I'm going to remove it. Peppermint Rush is staying, Homestead Holiday staying. Now, as soon as January 1st hit, I did add in all the Bring Back Your Bar scents in here that I liked. So I've got Vanilla Walnut, Toasted Caramel Sugar, Toasted Apple Butter, Frosted Ginger Cookie, Falling Leaves, Cranberry Mango, and Amaretto. So these were the ones that kind of won out of all 25 of ones that I would repurchase again and would enjoy warming, and or I loved and knew I was going to club it. Actually, is Everything Nice even in here? Oh, right down here. Okay. So Everything Nice and Whipped Vanilla Pear. So I did add those in here. So I'm not going to do anything with them right now, but they're in here because I know these are the ones I liked enough to repurchase, or loved enough to club. And then I do have the entire Mardi Gras collection in here. However, I have not really made a decision yet on these bars, so I'm just going to leave them for now since the collection just launched. Same thing with Candy Orchard. I'm just going to leave it for now. So other than that, I'm really not adding anything else. So that has gotten our club down from 119 items to 74. And we went from like $730 to $451, which isn't bad. So I'm hoping that I can get this down further because by the end of this month, we should know what's coming back for spring and summer. So I'll be able to remove all the spring and summer fragrances out of here. And then I should, by that time, have made a decision on white pumpkin driftwood, on cranberry candy cane. What was the other ones? These bars and caramel praline cake, and then the Bring Back Your Bar and the Mardi Gras. So I'll have another month to make decisions, like hardcore decisions on those fragrances. But that's a pretty decent chunk that I removed. So I am happy with that right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this edit with me. Like I said, this is going to be part 1 because part 2 will be later on this month once we know what's going to be discontinuing from the fall and winter catalog and what's returning to the spring and summer catalog starting in March. So we will get that as consultants. We'll get the early information. Usually it's like the 1st of February, but they did let us know in the end of month transition that we're actually going to be getting the information even sooner than that. So probably like the last week of January is when we'll know. So I'll have videos up to discuss all of that, and then I'll have the part 2 for the final edit on this club. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking and subscribing and commenting. I appreciate all the comments and the discussions that we're having, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.